Hey guys, Satnam, it's me, Shakti Sundari, and I'm back with you today after a little intermission to come back to my readings from Daniel Odier's book, Desire, the Tantric Path to Awakening. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this, and I decided to do this little video standing up. I usually do it sitting down, so I just wanted to give myself a little bit more expression and movement space. So today's video is entitled, what's it called? Hedonism or divine spontaneity? What's the difference? And how does that relate to Tantra? You know, once again, just coming back to that misconception, I think, that those who walk the tantric path, or the meaning of Tantra is to go and have a good old free-for-all and a good old shag around and wild orgy and all that sort of stuff, right? And or then it can be an excuse for behavior that just kind of seems like having a bit of a free-for-all in every way. So that's kind of the misconception that can be out there in terms of being attached to the word Tantra, right? And in this book, Desire, Daniel Odier, who is a master teacher, really makes the distinction between the egoistic drive or search or quest or self-expression and that which comes from a completely different divine spontaneity, where life itself is expressing itself through us in the moment, in the now, and that is completely different to a kind of ego-driven self-expression or desire. This chapter that I'm talking about is chapter 26. The title is Passion, and I love that because I consider myself to be a very passionate person. And you know, sometimes in these spiritual quests and in the spiritual world and or around meditators, you know, it's very quiet, it's very serious. Everyone's sitting down, they've got their eyes closed, they're not really moving their bodies or making any sound, and you know, you're looking around thinking, oh God, do I need to contain myself? Do I need to hold back my energy? Do I need to like sit still and not move? And like immediately the whole body goes into some kind of contraction, which is totally unnatural. And in this chapter, Daniel Odier makes the point that passion is actually really vital for our spiritual quest and is invited and is welcomed by tantric master teachers. So there's not a sense of repression or controlling or stamping down, and in fact the very mark of a true tantrika is that he or she is wildly alive. Like you can see the radiance, you can see the vitality, the life force bubbling effervescently through them and from them, right? So that's the mark of it, and this is very different to any kind of fake rah, you know, let's go guys kind of energy. So passion, says Daniel Odier, is for the tantric masters an element indispensable to the spiritual search. So this is what I love, and even the sense of bringing passion to your meditation practice, which again, you know, so many of us associate with sitting down and being boring and still and serious. But actually, he says excitation is necessary to bring our love, to bring our enthusiasm, to bring our attachment and even our longing to our meditation practice. Some swamis believe that this is essential for us to really tap into the deeper realms of awareness. So, you know, again, all this talk of non-attachment and non-desire and non-longing, this is kind of contradicting all that and say, no, bring your longing for awakening, bring your longing for truth, bring your passion for bliss to your meditation practice. And this is the thing that tantric masters believe will really support you in making deeper contact with truth and with life. I'm going to skip over that bit and go on to the next page. There's a poet called Lala. I don't know if it said Lala, like Lala, Dipsy and Poe, or Lala. So it could be saying her name wrong. It's a she. She was a mystic in the 14th century in Kashmir, and she wanted to apprentice to a tantric master. And how did she get his attention? Well, she went and shat, literally she did a shit on an image of Shiva in the guru's house. And I love that. I love that story, because once again, we can become, in the spiritual new age world, sort of very puritanical and a bit like in regular religion in a way, you know, a bit holier than thou and a bit sacrosanct and a bit judgmental. And, you know, there's all this dressing in white. I dress in white too when I teach yoga, so all that stuff. But actually, you know, just bring it right down and go and shit on an image of Shiva. And that's how she got her guru's attention. And he was like, right, yes, I'm going to take her in and work with her, because I can see her passion, I can see her desire. And in fact, Daniel Odier tells a story of somebody who wanted to apprentice to a master, and this was a man who had been a very serious practitioner, you know, very dedicated for many, many years with his practice. And the master refused to take him on as a disciple. And he said, and Daniel Odier asked him why. And the master said, not passionate enough. I do not see the quality of tremoring vibration that we like to work with. So there was this missing element, which was passion. So even if his passion is manifested in unorthodox ways, outrageous exuberance, a difficult personality, outbursts of violent feelings, actions deemed inappropriate, this has more chance of pleasing a tantric master, on the condition, like, this is not an excuse to go out and be wacky and crazy and stupid just for the sake of it. Stupid sounds judgmental, doesn't it? Like, just to go and do wacky stuff for the sense of it, on the condition that it comes from that true place within. And of course the master can see that. So yeah, in one of her poems, Lala the Mystic, or Lala, I want to call her Lala, like Lala, Dipsy and Poe. If anyone doesn't know what I'm going on about, by the way, those are the Teletubbies. So in one of her poems, she says, at last the guru gave me the teachings. He told me, stop turning your attention toward the outside. Fix it on the self instead. This is what I was talking about with my friend Bayari last night, and I'm wearing her lip gloss, by the way. It's really gorgeous. Yeah, like this thing that I went through last year when I had this really crushing, devastating experience of abuse in relationship. I kind of feel like there's this me that was before, there's this me that's after, and what that has gifted me is like shifted my attention so fully in to self in a way that, like, even more than it ever was before. So that's like the greatest gift that experience has given me, to wake up more fully, to like take it all in and be in here with me all the time, and just really experiencing like that deeper sense of like oneness within my own being, and not looking outside for anything anymore. I'm not going to say ever again, but that was the gift of it. And Lala says, stop turning your attention towards the outside, fix it on the self instead. I carried this truth in my heart, and then I started dancing naked. So she went off and started to dance naked through the streets and the towns. You know, that would look very inappropriate and outlandish, wouldn't it? But it came from the purest place of connection with life. So, in order to find this passion, this marvelous incandescence, I love that word, incandescence, it's onomatopoeic, isn't it? Daniel Odier says, the adept must seize things in their very first tremorings before, and we've heard this before, haven't we? Differentiating thought intervenes. So before the mind grabs hold of it and adds a label, a definition, an expectation, a projection, before any of that, it's like just in that moment when an emotion, when a passion rises within us and we feel that energy, that's it. And it's kind of living with that rising of the energy. So all emotion is welcome, all expression is welcome, nothing is to be shut down and repressed. And it's just being able to like fine tune and feel it right there. It is at this instant that the difference is made between a hedonist whose worldly search is tied to the ego, and the tantrika who is in search of the most profound spontaneity. Amen. Start again. That's it. Profound spontaneity. Let's all see if we can like notice the difference in ourselves between that boom, that moment of whatever the emotional reaction or the passionate quest is, and then going into ego differentiating thought. And also, by the way, I want to say thank you to Emmanuel, who sent me this beautiful handmade mala. Look, isn't it gorgeous? Like, how blessed am I wearing this beautiful handmade mala, like for me, goddess self, wearing Bayari's beautiful lip gloss. Thank you, Bayari. And that's it. Thank you all for watching, and post your comments below. I can't see anything that anyone said. I'm going to go and have a look now because I haven't got my glasses on. Much love, and speak to you again soon. Sat Nam.